How do you feel about this thing about so many funny people coming from Liverpool? I mean, there does seem to be a trend, doesn't there?
The thing as well about being a Scouser is people assume your accent gives you two things. It makes you either funny or it makes you hard.
It was very difficult to break into the comedy industry, but it's also interesting how I did it. I was a chef, I was in the catering industry, I wanted to go into show business, I didn't know how to break into it. I then was working one day at a place called the Cabin Club in Wood Street. One night I said, you need to dance. We had a trio on, and I said, you need music, you need a disco. And they said, well, you do it. And I got up with 10 records, one turntable, in a chef's outfit with a big tall hat, screaming and shouting, and it started to work. And I'd always been funny, and I'd always wanted to go into comedy, but I fell into it because they then sacked me as the chef, and I became the DJ.
No, I like Liverpool. It's a fun sort of place to be. It's very cheeky. It's known for being very cheeky. I also think it's quite one of those lavish parts of the country. Like it's very, cheeky Nando's, boisterous.
As a Scouse going around the country as a comic, it was definitely an advantage. There was always the snidey gags, which you don't do anymore, like come to Liverpool and you'll find your car's on 4 bricks.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I've always found Liverpool comedians cheaters. A lot of them. I'll explain, because I feel, obviously you can hear my accent, I'm from Birmingham, so it's all kind of slow and drawn out, whereas Scousers talk very fast.
Yeah.
They're very fast, very quick, same with the Irish. So I've always felt like when they talk, they have a natural rapport. They get it a lot quicker just because of their accents, and they're quick and they're fast and they're witty. And I've always felt like they just have a little slight unfair advantage.
In Liverpool, they always come back at you, always hit you with another line. So it's a great learning process, and that's why great comics have come from Liverpool.
They're very receptive. They don't mind sarcasm.
My description of the people of Liverpool is they're all comics. Every single one of them could do my job.
They don't mind to laugh at themselves, because everybody has stereotypes about Liverpool. So then when you come up here, if you want to try and bring those same stereotypes, they have to be really good, because they know, and they'll let you know if they don't like it. So there are comics who don't like playing Liverpool because they get worried about stuff like that, because they know that Liverpool is everyone's kind of funny. And if they're not funny, then they're going to hear it.
You've got to be a funny person to live up here. You've got to have a sense of humour. We have a sense of humour in Liverpool. We always have had, and people are jealous of it. You can't go into a pub and sit on your own. No, you could in London. You could fall down the street in London and people walk over you, but not up here.
Like, for instance, London, because with London, it's not really homely. There's a lot of tourists in the crowd and all that sort of stuff. You don't really get like a group feeling. So you'll very rarely get like a London audience who'll gang up on you, because they all sort of don't really know each other and don't really care. Whereas in somewhere like Liverpool, they have a strong sense of we're Scousers, you're Scousers, let's go. You can get that, but then that can lead to like a bad gig. But then on the other hand, it can be amazing. You can have an amazing gig because everybody's sort of together, and then they all really get you, and it can be powerful.
A lot of people ask me who my idols are. Bob Monkhouse was like a dad to me. Sadly, he's passed away, and I loved him to death. Great comic. But up here, my favourite comic in the world right now is Mick Miller, who is a Liverpool guy, now lives in Blackpool, sensationally funny. Sadly, Mickey Finn, who passed away, was one of my favourite all-time comics. Eddie Flanagan, Jackie Hamilton. We've lost so many great comics, and it's quite tragic.
Called me local tonight in Liverpool for a glass of bitter, and the manager said to me, Eddie, why don't you come in here regular like you used to and play darts with your wife? I said, her head's gone blunt.
Merseyside people. We've got a different sense of humour than other people. We've got a different sense of humour because we've had to rough it.
We've had some of the greatest comics in the world from Liverpool.